All right. Hello, beloveds. So, welcome. I am starting to do a weekly check-in here, as I've been guided to do for a while. So, I'm Sherry Mosley, for those that may be new to this. I am in the San Francisco Bay Area, here in my office in Sausalito, California. I do private sessions for shamanic Akashic record readings, as well as Asian medicine, so that's acupuncture and herbal medicine. And I'm also author of a book called Akashic Enlightenment. And that goes into the Akashic records, as well as the Book of Truth, helping you learn to open up the sacred space to align with who you are, your truest soul self. And there's a lot of information about that book on this channel. And then primarily on this channel, we talk about light language and source frequency and ascension. And that's what most of these channelings are. And now we're starting to do a weekly check-in where I'm answering questions for all of you. Also receiving any guidance that comes through. I am in a sacred space right now in Akashic Enlightenment. So anything that they wish to bring forward at this time, I will bring forward. And we'll just do a little check-in to begin with. It has been a very intense week energetically. I think it started last weekend. There was a lot of activity on the Schumann resonance. There were a lot of strong energy upgrades that were coming through. I'm sure many of you are feeling it. I was feeling it a lot on Sunday. And so we're just doing a little check-in, making sure everyone is staying in alignment, doing good on their path here, and just feeling a lot of energy coming in right now. All right. So it seems like there's going to be a message or a light language that comes through this time. I see some of you are coming in. So hello for those that are messaging. I do see your messages. All right, so I'm just going to check in here and see what this energy that's coming in here. You're all doing so well on your path, and we are encouraging you to stay on your path at this time. Koturere shikatanare ko utu atiare ekatanane uru ko utu oshi hatiare utuare esha tiana ne eshi otu utu asha atiare gotu oktu ashare hatutuku utane ne hare ka atasha okutu uru ushi atane ne ko utu hasha ekatu utu asha atuanyane hatiane ne tu atia asha ashara hotu otu asha ektaana Neko otu oshika are atiare ukutushi hashare ukutua ta etiashi hatiare ukutu ore enene ekta asha ektare leku otu anene lek atasha orukutu uanyene neshe ananeshe kutu oro kutu uanyene Hashere kutu ori kasha te etianene atutuni kate eshi hashere kutu oshu Hushua shere ekata ashare otuanyanishi. So they're showing that we have all been on this path. This has been aligned for you from the beginning. Your soul is here for a reason, and you are doing that reason all the time, whether it feels misaligned at certain times or in total alignment at other times. You have signed up for all of it. Kutuane ne shekatare katare ku utukutu oshik tare kate shekutu one ne katare atoshia. Hetare ne ukutu ushukutu anare kata esha. Etoku utu ata eshukatara ekutu one ne eta. Etare ne utukutu ushu. Uture katare kutu osha akata ata esha. Heshara ku utu shukutu uane neshe. Some of you may be concerned that at times things feel misaligned or that things are falling apart, but this doesn't mean that that is not an alignment for you. And this is why we ask you to connect with us, check in, and see where this is taking you. Not what is happening, but where is it taking you? Why is it occurring? What shifts are happening within you from this? And where is it going to be taking you? This is what is important to know at this time. And this is the Council of Light. So I'm just letting the energies settle in. There's a little bit of an energy transfer coming in. So this is just helping you kind of get into an alignment with yourself, with everything that is shifting right now. It is important to take time to align with yourself. Okay, and this, it really does help, right? It helps you come into your highest vibrational frequency so that you're not so much struggling with things that are no longer serving you, things that may be coming from a place of fear or ego, right? It's very easy to get caught up in these things. And when we connect with these higher frequencies and higher vibrations that are coming in, it's much easier to step forward where we are going in an aligned way, right? And so I oftentimes call this the golden path, right? And so this is why we're doing this check-in. Sometimes there's light language that comes through for me, sometimes it comes through for all of you. And when you open Akashic Enlightenment for yourself, you can download your own frequencies, your own energies. They will come through to help you stay in alignment, right? You are downloading new codes and then kind of letting go of everything that you have already come into alignment with, right? Just checking off those boxes of soul experience and higher knowledge that you have integrated into your being, right? And as we do this, we then vibrate this energy outward, affecting all of those around us, and thus affecting the greater community, the collective, and allowing everyone to together shift into this higher awareness and this higher frequency. So know that you're not alone in doing this, and you are supported and encouraged to do this. So this seems a little bit of a friendly support that they are offering right now, right? And it is a reminder, wow, a lot of energy coming in. I feel like this is just kind of like all of your higher selves are just showing up, okay? Which is great. You're showing up, and that's all that you really need to do as we go through this is show up, be present, be aware of what is going on, where you are at within yourself when things are occurring, okay? So I'm just settling in here. I think you can probably feel the difference when I'm on here just doing Q&A and when I'm in a more channeled state. It's harder for me to focus on, like I see you guys chatting, it's a little hard to read just because there's a lot of energies coming in. So I'm just allowing them to send in any other energies that are here for us now. Yeah. Overall, I'm seeing that there's some that are kind of struggling with the new energies that are coming in. They may not be present yet on this chat. They may watch this video later on. But know that you're not alone in the struggles, and the struggles are teaching you what to face, okay? And they come up for a reason, right? We are asking ourselves to challenge ourselves so that we can move forward in a better and higher light, more clear light, more clarity, right? And this is what struggle usually does. It's a type of initiation or letting go. It's bringing awareness, right? And so if we raise our awareness, then boom, it's gone, right? And so this is what we are focusing on, is raising our awareness to that higher track, that higher consciousness, that higher frequency, right? Where things are more in flow. You're in the fast lane versus the slow lane at commute time, right? You're getting the message of, oh, it's best if I travel now. It's best to take this route, okay? And so they're just encouraging you to stay in alignment, get in alignment, however that is, if that's listening to the light language, checking in your own Akashic Enlightenment, taking that time for yourself, that quiet time. It's important to do that, to get you aligned. And then when you try to do things from that place, it goes a lot better. All right, so just settling into the energies a little more here. I think it feels like it's integrating more now. It was just kind of a lot of pressure initially coming in here. And now it feels a little more relaxed. All right. So I'm still in a channeled state, but I'm also more present. So if anybody has any questions, it looks like this may be a type of a channeled question. You may even get some healing. So we'll see what they bring forward here. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and check in on the chat. So I'm going to start looking at that here. Let me just clear my screen. Okay. All right, so we've got some hellos on the chat. Hello, welcome, welcome. All right. Okay. So if there's any questions, we can do those now, and then I'll just check in if they have anything else to bring forward at this time. Just a lot of encouragement right now to really just stay on the path, right? There's a big turnover happening right now. And so we're all just kind of, I guess, holding on to the boat as we're going down this river. At least we're in the boat, right? We don't want to be kind of hanging outside the boat, getting smashed along the river banks and the rocks as we're going through the rapids, because we're kind of going through this period of strong rapids, right? There's a lot of, there's just a lot of energy coming in, right? We're building up towards the equinox that's going to come in June. All right, so there's just a lot of shifts, which is, that's why I'm showing up right now. I'm being guided to do this weekly or more often, checking in with you. All right, and we're all being asked to do these new things. And so it may seem a little awkward to do them at first. And then once we start settling in, it's taking us to this new path that is more aligned, right? I know a lot of the astrologers are saying that this time in 2018, we started getting close to all of these eclipses that started happening. I think there was like 3 that hit last year, and they really just kind of took a lot of things on an alternate route, right? So it was a lot more clearing out. And this year, there's a lot more opportunity for just staying the course and going forward. So this is what we're focusing on now, right? Just going forward and not receiving all of these blockages that were there before. And so that may be feeling a little bit new to us compared to a year ago. There may be some habitual energy still there from last year, or almost like an energetic PTSD. So know that the path is more clear, and to just stay in that clarity, right? And to know that these new things are unfolding for you at this time, and to keep following them. So when you get that nudge to keep doing something new, go with that. Even if it's whatever it is, if it feels uncomfortable to do it anyway, at least once, right? And then do it again and see how it goes, right? Okay. All right, so I'm just checking in if there's any other. It's just a lot of energy coming in today. Okay. So we'll just check in the chat here. Intense energy waves, yes. The intense energy can be the Kundalini rising, right? And as it clears your energy, sometimes it can feel, sometimes the body registers a lot of the energy movement, because someone, Elizabeth is saying that it can feel like a sexual energy. And that's basically the body identifies a lot of positive energy as a sexual energy, right? And so when we are moving in a lot of this strong energy that is moving us into a higher frequency, it can feel very blissful, and we can become very elated. It can also be activating your Kundalini, right? And so it can also have that feeling of like a sexual energy, right? Because the chakras are being opened and they're being activated, and there can be this like euphoria or this high, as the body is integrating the energies. And I mean, I guess if you went into it biologically, it can be releasing some of the hormones then that release when you do have actual sexual energy running through you, right? The body is still getting used to processing these higher energies, these higher frequencies coming in, right? And so the way that our mind and our body integrates that, it can be confused with like a sexual energy, right? And so oftentimes, even if you're having very deep meditation, it can feel like a sexual experience just because of all the elated feelings that are coming in through the body, right? And the body it's got a limited palette of what it can experience in terms of other frequencies. So if it feels uncomfortable, you can always check in with your guidance or work on being grounded, right? Walk on the earth barefoot, go do something active like swimming or hiking. You can try doing something as simple as doing the dishes or laundry, something that's very mundane, right? And this kind of brings you out of the higher frequencies and into the physical body more. So it allows it to clear the energies, not clear them, but kind of integrate them and move them through, right? And so it's not kind of collecting all in one chakra. It's moving more throughout the body and integrating it. Let's see. And then recedes and back. Yeah. You could also try, Elizabeth, there's a daily meditation on my website for using with Akashic Enlightenment. And it's just a quick little 10-15 minute meditation, but it has you open Akashic Enlightenment, which the Akashic Enlightenment prayer is in the book for those of you that don't have it, which is on Kindle, or you can order that. And you open up the prayer and you just do this guided meditation, and it takes you through a couple of the chakras, and it just helps bring this pillar of light and bring the energy down through you, right? And so they help you download whatever energies you need to download, and then also release what you are done processing. All right. And that's just like a little brief check-in that you can do every day just to kind of clear up your chakras and your energy, receive this higher knowledge. Okay, so Elizabeth, that may be something that you want to check out doing. Okay, there's also the Shamanic Golden Chakra meditation, which is in the book, and that actually works with the spine and activating the Kundalini and also clearing out each of the chakras. So that could be another thing that you could try doing, Elizabeth. Okay, everybody's signing on. Okay, thumbs up from Elizabeth. Okay, good. Amazing Grace, my question is, what does it mean spiritually when one-sided headaches happen, especially throughout energy shift? Well, headaches can be a lot of different causes. So depending on the different areas of the head in Chinese medicine, they mean different organs. So the sides, the temple headaches are related to the liver. So for women, it is most associated with blood. So it can happen with your menstrual cycles, with the moon cycles. You can get these side headaches. It means that you are depleted on a blood level. And so when the energy shifts come, in terms of Chinese medicine and the blood is seen, if there's not enough blood in the body, then the spirit can get a little restless and be kind of imbalanced within the body-mind-spirit complex. So you want to make sure that you are nourishing the blood. And Chinese medicine uses herbs to do this. You can do this with diet, doing animal protein. Okay. If the headaches are here, I just wanted to add one more. So the blood is, again, it's what houses the spirit in the body. And both the heart and the liver are in charge of the blood. Okay, and so you want to make sure that the blood is nourished, and this will help clear at least these temporal headaches, also some of the occipital headaches. That's definitely a deficiency. If it's on the back of the head there, that means you're tired and you really just need to rest. All right. The other headache is on the head, right here, the forehead area. This is more of the stomach meridians, all right? And so maybe you ate something that was kind of cold, right? That's how we get the frozen ice cream headache or the Slurpee headache. And that can also mean that you're hungry, right? Even though the digestion isn't stimulated, all right? And so when the energy shifts come in, it can set off where our deficiencies already are, our imbalances. The other thing is that sometimes when you do energetic practices, you can collect too much energy in the head, right? Because we're trying to bring all this energy into the body and it can't hold it. So you just take a couple breaths in and imagine that energy coming up above the head, right? Let's store all this extra energy in the upper chakras. Okay, so that's another way to deal with if you're getting headaches. But those headaches are usually kind of all over, right? If it's one side of the head, that does sound like the body is kind of deficient and depleted, and it's trying to process all the energy that's coming in. All right. Okay, so you're welcome, Grace. I hope that answered your question. And now we all learned a little bit more about headaches. All right, so let's move on to some more questions here. Some rough water ahead, and I'd like to see what you have to say. This is KP. In terms of feeling like there's rough water ahead, okay. If you're feeling that there's rough water ahead, there is I guess something big is coming, right? I definitely get the feeling that there is a lot of energy coming. There's a big shift coming. I feel very excited about it, but I feel pretty in alignment and like I followed all the guidance. I've done everything, including doing these videos right now with you, right? And the only time that I start to feel like nervous or anxious is when I'm ignoring guidance. Okay, because that means I'm stuffing something back in. Like after I do this video, I'm going to go home and I'm going to feel so excited and elated because I get to interact with you guys. I'm checking in with the guides and I'm following kind of this guidance and this energetic path, right, that my soul is calling me to do. So if you feel like there's rough water ahead, that just means you're sensing the energy that is coming, right? And you're sensing that there may be some changes that you need to make. So KP, it's a good time to check in. You can check in with Akashic Enlightenment and just ask, why does this energy coming feel so rough to me? What changes can I make to make this feel more smooth, like a smooth transition for me? What do I need to do to come into alignment with that, right? And so just ask them and they'll help align your energy, right? Or you can write down whatever guidance they're giving you. And if you still need help, we can do a reading just to help kind of clear that up so that it feels more exciting, exhilarating. Ooh, yay, this new energy is coming in and it's finally gonna back up everything that I have been working on, right? That's why we've been doing all of this work over these last years, right? Especially since 2012, right? And so now we're building up for 2020. Okay, and so I think many have heard that 2020 is supposed to be a monumental year and a monumental shifting point. All right, and so 2019, we're really starting to get into that. And this phase that we're in right now after that Mercury retrograde and now coming into May and then coming into June, it's really like, okay, we've cleared everything out. We showed you what was misaligned. Here's all these new things to try. Are you brave enough to start doing that, right? Because the next big point I've heard is in December of 2019 before we go into 2020. All right, so we're really being prepared energetically. So do please do a check-in, KP. All right. And now I'm just checking to see if there was anything more. Okay, from KP. All right, let's see. Some deeper guidance of working through past issues coming up. Definitely seeing it and clearing them so that we can be more in our soul path. So yes, if you're sensing that past issues are coming up, go open Akashic Enlightenment. Just ask. You can ask about the specific issue of whatever it is. If it's happening in a relationship or a career, just ask, why does this situation, and say the situation, keep happening? Okay. And then whatever guidance you hear, whatever you feel like writing down, however that comes through for you, right? I teach people to either write down what you're receiving or to just speak, right? And you can record it into like a digital recorder or into your phone, right? There's a little audio recorder on there. And then you can listen to it again and then write down the notes from that. Or you can write it down when you're taking it down. And just through receiving the answer, you are starting to shift into that higher knowledge of it. And then once you go into that higher energetic understanding of it, that frequency of alignment, that's the coming into the soul alignment. You have now seen why this pattern is repeating, okay? And it can take some practice. You know, it depends on how well versed you are in terms of being intuitive or going deep within yourself, doing divination work, and where you are in your soul's path, right? So every soul comes into this incarnation with different past life experiences. So if you did this in a past life, doing this now will be really easy, right? But we're all at a different spectrum of doing this. There's no judgment there, right? So do what you can. If you need assistance, I'm here to do a reading and to do healing and clearing work for you if the pattern really seems persistent and like you can't really get a grip on what it is and detangling yourself from it. I'm happy to do a session with you. So a person that is named C here, that's what's suggested. To help you align more on your soul path and getting past those repeating patterns. All right, so we're moving through these questions here. Let me just check in here, seeing if there's any response. Okay. All right. Martin. Schumann resonance is at 79 right now. My ears are ringing. Oh, I haven't checked those Schumann. Should we check the Schumann? Let's check the Schumann really quickly. All right. There's just a website that I go to check this. And I don't even know. Well, let me load it here for a minute. And I'll tell you the name of it. The Space Observing System. See, and there's a little Schumann resonance guide there. All right, so you can see, let's see. So yesterday, it's pretty busy. See that whiteout? That's usually when your head is swimming, getting a lot of downloads. You can either be really tired or giddy, depending on what's coming in. Sunday, I was pretty disoriented. I just felt all these downloads coming in. But today, you know, it looks a little mild. It looks like there is some energy coming in later on in the afternoon. Again, I'm pretty sure that this is a universal time, so it depends on where you are in the world and coordinating that. I'll admit I have not done the time scale to measure that out, but I usually feel the energy shifts. I just like to look at what's coming in for the day. So thank you, Martin, for letting us know about that. The Schumann is basically the resonance of the electromagnetic energy of the Earth, okay? And so if we can think of Mother Earth is connected to the other planets in our solar system, and then imagine that, you know, some are saying that the sun is emitting these solar flares and the energy. I don't really see it that way. For me, I connect to the Elohim, and the Elohim are the creator beings, and they're the ones helping us upgrade our DNA, our physical selves, our bodies, and helping us with this transition. According to Rudolf Steiner, the Elohim are actually connected to the sun planet. So there is a connection there, right? Overall, I feel like the energy waves come in, and Mother Earth is getting it. And then we're basically riding the wave that she's going through, right? It's kind of like if you get into the ocean, you gotta be ready for the set of waves that's coming in. So get your surfboard out and get ready, all right? And so that's what the Schumann is, right? We're looking at the energetic kind of vibrations that Mother Earth is going through, and then what we're going through with her, okay? As well as our universe. Right? There are other planets that are showing a lot of changes. I know David Wilcock talked a lot about that. Maybe it was like last year on the Gaia series. I watched some of his stuff. I try not to get into a lot of the fear stuff, but I like a lot of the knowledge that he brings forward. All right, but he does talk about all these transitions that NASA was noting was happening on the other planets. All right, so you can see that the ascension energy is coming in and shifting all of the planets together. Okay, and the Schumann resonance is just showing us this. Ears ringing. I'm not sure about the ears ringing. That may be something that some people pick up on. In Chinese medicine, when the ears ring, it is a sign of deficiency. And that'd be like, it could be a kidney yang deficiency or kidney yin deficiency. So that is something to consider. The ears ringing may be showing that your body may be a little depleted while you're going through this energy wave, or that may be how you are receiving these signals. So some people are clairaudient, right? So you're receiving energy knowledge through sound, okay? And if you're not receiving information via your guides, it could be via sound frequencies, right? So that's a perfect question to ask in Akashic Enlightenment, or why are my ears ringing, right? And so this is so we don't have to assume anything, because we can sit here and try and diagnose why certain things are happening, or we can just check in, right, and ask the Akashic guides, beings of light, really ask, well, why is this happening? And what can I do to support myself while this is occurring? All right. So thank you, Martin, for sharing that. All right. And so just checking in the other questions here. Got more people coming in. I lost my place on the chat here. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. Some hellos. Hello, everybody that's saying hello. I love all the little emojis. Thanks for sending the love, guys. I feel it. Can we purchase your book on PDF? There is no PDF available. There is Kindle format, or you can order the hard copy on Amazon. I know that the new Kindle app for the phone, you can read it like a PDF. They made it now so you can just scroll through. So I hope that helps. Okay. My wife is having bad headaches today. Yeah. So again, like I said, for women, our menstrual cycles can make us a little more sensitive to what is going on in the universe, be that the astrological shifts, the moon cycles. Our menstrual cycles connect us more to these energetic shifts, right? We're more sensitive to them because within our bodies, we are going through these shifts every month, right? In Chinese medicine, they say a woman is different every week of her cycle, right? Because you are in a different space in terms of the yin-yang harmony balance. And so if your wife is getting headaches, this is the harbinger of light. It could be the energy. It could be integrating the energy. There's just, again, hydration. A lot of people don't drink enough water. You're supposed to drink half your body weight in ounces of water, right? And so it really depends on what is going on with the body, on how it's going to process the energies, all right? So again, for women, it is important, everybody drink plenty of water, and maybe extra water when you feel there are downloads coming in, right? Sometimes it can be hard to eat animal protein when there's a lot of downloads coming in, but make sure to eat it afterwards. It helps ground the body and it builds up the blood really strongly. And so if you have a healthy balance of blood, then it can integrate these energies into the body-mind-spirit complex more easily. It helps ground in the energies, okay? So we are in physical bodies, although I know Course in Miracles is I am not this body, I am not this mind. So in a different paradigm, we are working with this incarnation or acknowledging that. You can also speak to yourself and ask your body, how can you integrate these energies better? What are these energies telling me? Okay. You can also ask, why am I getting these headaches? You can go into Akashic Enlightenment. Why am I getting these headaches? What are they telling me I need to do? Okay. And then you can also learn through the cycles when these symptoms happen, what you need to do. All right. Okay. I'm just checking in to see if there's any responses. Yes, I suggested it was from the downloads and that she needed more water. Good. Yeah. So harbinger of light. Yeah, she can try more water, more rest, and then more sustenance. Right. Our society really doesn't allow for the process that we're going through. And so it's like we're trying to do so much physically while energetically all these other things are going on. Our culture doesn't traditionally make time for meditation. It's very yin deficient, right? We're missing the divine feminine. It's a very patriarchal society here, especially in the US. And then our world is very masculine, much more yang. And so we need this yin time. And then all these energies coming in are encouraging us to go into this yin space, to integrate this, right? So that we can transform into these more evolved beings, right? Because we are learning to integrate more of the yin, the feminine, that is coming in and kind of rebalancing this overall harmony within ourselves and within our culture and within the planet. I'd say the planet's already in balance with herself. But our world can tend to live a bit outside of that natural harmony. All right. Yeah, okay, so harbinger of light, it sounds like she needs, if you're overworking during all of this, then you need support, okay? This is why I love Chinese medicine. I love Chinese herbs. Here, I'll show you. I got my cup. See, I drank my herbs. See, it's like kind of dirty, muddy. I love taking Chinese herbs. I drink it when I'm here at my office. You can do capsules as well. And I offer Chinese herbal medicine sessions via Skype. So if you live in the US, I can easily ship the herbs to you. And they're really supportive when you're going through all of this, right? Because it's just giving you that extra energy, that deep support, right? So the Chinese herbs are like superfoods. And so they'll deeply nourish your qi and your blood and help you metabolize and integrate all of this energy kind of at a hyper processing rate, because you're giving your body more energy to do that, right? If you were living in a monastery, you'd be doing qigong and meditating to integrate this. But most of us, we have other responsibilities that we need to take care of, or we have to learn to change our schedules, right, to give ourselves this time. And if we can't do all of that, then we take supplements and we depend majorly on our diet and what we're putting into our body to help us manage all of these energies. So if anybody feels that they need a session, we can always do the herbal consult, and then I can send you the herbs. Yes, if you live in Canada, I think there is, I think they charge extra for shipping just to cross over. So you can I can tell you what herbs to get, and you can find them at a local shop as well. Sometimes you can order them online, but it can be kind of limited that way because Chinese herbs are protected, right? They're not just open to everybody. Some formulas are and some formulas are not. But they are a great resource. So if you feel like you need a session for that, you can sign up for that on my website as well. Okay, so now I'm just going back up the list. We'll jump to another topic here. Let me just pick this up. I dropped my crystals. All right, so let's see, what else do we have here? Okay. The name. I'm not doing any kind of like personal stuff, and I don't usually get names of spirit guides. That's more of like a personal session. And it's really not so much the names of your spirit guides as connecting with their energetic frequency. Okay. So sun and moon rising, I would suggest that. You can go into Akashic Enlightenment and ask who your guides are. Shamanic journey is usually the best way to get direct communication with your guides, because then you are visiting the spirit world and connecting with your power animal directly or your spirit teacher, and they will work with you one-on-one, teaching you, healing you, whatever is necessary, which I also teach shamanic journey lessons. Either in person or online. So if that is something you're interested in doing, I can teach you that as well. Let's see. This energy wave frees at times if I'm shifting dimensionally, especially when going. Alexander, yeah, it sounds like you're doing good. If you just feel the energies, just go ahead and let them keep shifting. Yeah, let it unfold. Yeah, and just sometimes just being aware of it and acknowledging it makes it smoother, right? Instead of, oh my God, what's happening, and locking down on that. It's like, oh, there's some energy shifts happening. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Some people feeling a lot of shifting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, after we get big energy shifts, it's always nice to integrate. Yeah, again, taking the grounding time. Love will win. Yay. Love over fear. Amen. Okay, let's see what else we got. Anything? If you're asking a personal question, I really need a name. Some people's accounts have so many, like other names or initials, and so it's harder to connect with you just because I'm in a global, or I'm in a collective connection right now. So I at least need your first name if you kind of want something more specific. The chat just jumped here. Okay, let's see. What else is here? Okay, Lindsay, I get extremely hungry after all my energy work. Must eat protein. Water immediately. Great. Yeah, that's integrating. Body's like, yeah, I've been hyper processing. Can I get some support here? That happens to me too. So sometimes I get really hungry and then sometimes I don't want to eat. Actually, yeah, that's why I'm a little late. I had to go run to the store and get a snack because I was super hungry today too. So yeah, it does happen. And then just needing more fluids as well. But listen to your body. If it's super hungry, super feed it. All right, just some more people spreading some love on here. Thank you for all the loves and the hellos. Okay. All right. Been using the affirmation. Okay, yeah, affirmations are great too, if you like to connect with that. They're a little bit more broad. Again, anything you do in Akashic Enlightenment is boosted, right? Because you're going into like a deep meditative state, a deep energetic vibrational frequency while you are doing these things. Okay. If you are interested in Shamanic Journey, again, yeah, just drop me an email. There's a link on the YouTube channel. You can actually, if you're super excited to do it, you can just go ahead and schedule. On the top right of my website, there is online scheduling. So you can go ahead and grab a spot on my calendar to get you locked in there at a certain time and spot that you want if you're interested in any of the sessions that I've suggested. Can you speak on the Ascended 5D chakra system? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. It sounds a little I need more information on what you're trying to ask there, Lindsay. The 12 chakras. Well, I just don't know what you mean by 5D. I mean, all of the chakras are basically our portal points, our connection points, right, to higher frequencies. The ones up above our head, right? I believe there's like 5 above our head. And those are the ones that really help us connect to the higher frequencies, right? This is what Akashic Enlightenment really starts to build. And then when we integrate it into the body, those are the traditional 7, right? And so they're all getting upgraded along with the energies that are coming in. I'd say at this time, we are learning to activate these upper chakras, right? Normally, we're just kind of living in the 7 that are within the body. And now we're learning to activate and connect to these higher frequencies and opening up these chakras and learning to take in energy and connection and higher knowledge, right? And so when I do all the work that I'm doing, I'm working all the way up here. Oftentimes when we do healing work, we do use the heart chakra. But all of these then, the higher frequencies that we get in the upper chakras then come in to the rest of the chakras within the body and upgrade them, open them, allow them to receive. Sometimes if we close down the chakras, it can be the ones in the body, it can be hard to receive in that area, right? So again, this is why we do meditations, just to help clear these out. So the daily meditation in Akashic Enlightenment helps do that. The Shamanic Golden Chakra meditation it goes through each of the chakras within the body and helps you clear out each of those with golden light and white light. And we do that before we receive this higher energy that is coming in, so that there is more clear space, right? So a lot of this ascension is about clearing yourself out from these heavier energies or thought patterns, right? And just allowing this higher frequency to settle in and to settle into our mind and our consciousness. So it's something to practice, right? And all of this is in the Akashic Enlightenment book as like a daily practice or a regular practice, weekly, whatever you can manage to get in, it'll help. So I hope that answers your question there, Lindsay. All right. Let's see here. Where am I in the questions here? Albert saying I skipped his question. You'll have to repeat it. I don't know. This list is getting very long. So if I skipped you, then go ahead and repeat that. Should I ask her a specific question if she comes to me again? I'm not sure what that question is referring to, Amy. Someone posted 808. Great. I've been seeing a lot of 808s lately. I'm just kind of connecting with Michael was asking if there's any messages. So I'm not getting a lot of words, but there's a lot of energy coming through, Michael. Just a lot of support coming through to just keep going. Keep going on your path. Sometimes there can be areas that you can doubt, but just acknowledge any doubt and then keep going. Okay, another person wanting the journeying. Yeah, you can go to the top right part of my website, and there's just a little button, and you can immediately sign up for any sessions that you would like. You can do journeying anytime along your path. Shamanic journey is great. It's anybody can do it at any level in their spiritual journey because they will regulate what you're experiencing, your power animals and your spirit teachers. Okay. Oh, okay. So April, spelled with a Y. Deep spiritual cleansing, heard light language from a distance. Great. Suggestions, how to move forward in receiving clear. Practice it. When I first got light language, I was seeing it in shamanic journeys. I saw it coming down. This is in the Akashic Enlightenment book. I saw it coming down. It was an initiation my spirit teacher was doing with me, and I saw the symbols coming into my body. So it was a download that was coming in, and I didn't start speaking it until maybe 6 months later. And so if you are hearing the light language, try speaking it, right? And this encourages it. This is the same thing that we do in a shamanic journey or using Akashic Enlightenment. Whatever you're experiencing, you want to kind of vocalize it or write it down. This helps embed it and bring it into this more physical world. It helps you integrate it more into you if you can interact with it in some way. Right? So if you're seeing something clairvoyantly, you start saying, oh, I'm seeing this and this, and it'll make it bigger and brighter and more clear, and they'll reveal more information, right? And so they'll keep sending you things to see if you're listening, and the more you interact with it, the more it'll integrate with you, and the more that will be sent, because they're going, oh, you're receiving, you're listening. So yeah, go ahead and you can write down any light language codes. If you're seeing it visually, you can draw it. I did that a few times when I was coming into connection with it. And then just start speaking what you're hearing. Okay, and you may feel silly doing it, I understand. But just do it anyway if you need to do it in a room on your own. And you can record it too and then listen to it. Okay, so anything that just really helps ingrain that process will help you then receive more and then understand it more. Okay, if you need like kind of coaching or guidance on how to understand it more, we can make a session. You may want like the Akashic Aura session. This is where I visit your connection to light language frequency. They bring in personal transmissions, and then they'll also show us past lives and other dimensional lives that are in connection to your light language frequency. And so it's just a good way to practice. And then I also attune you to the frequencies, and it just accelerates the process because we're focusing on it. That's exactly what we're asking for, and you're accelerating that part of your soul's work and ascension work. So April, that may be something you're interested in if you want some personal assistance in moving forward with that some more. Okay, I think we're going to start wrapping it up here. So I have clairaudience experience. Great, Amy, you're having clairaudience experience. Great. Any experience that you have, always document it, okay, in some way, because you want to be able to review it, okay? That's kind of the biggest way to integrate things. Okay, all right, and let me see here. There was one thing up here earlier. Okay. All right, last thing here. New subscriber, welcome, Jessica. Newly awakened. Yeah, there's a new batch coming through. Welcome. Watching from North Carolina. Okay, celebrating 32nd birthday. Happy birthday. Receiving dream messages, but I'm unsure of how to interpret. Oh my gosh. Akashic Enlightenment and Shamanic Journey is great at interpreting dreams. There's lots of different ways to interpret them, especially in Shamanic Journey, because your guide will really take you through it. when I have a dream that I really want to know, I'll do both and kind of get the message from different teachers is how it feels. But the message is usually the same. They just deliver it in different ways. But when you're in a shamanic journey, sometimes they'll take you into the dream again. Okay, I haven't had that experience in Akashic Enlightenment. It's more of just knowledge about what the dream meant. You can also, if you're trying to understand your dreams, you can ask for them before you go to bed. You can ask for a clarity of your dreams to understand them, and then you keep a journal by your bed and write down the dream as soon as you wake up. Okay, and then just ask, what is the meaning of this dream, and write down whatever you receive from that. You can also look at dream dictionaries. That's how I started, like a long time ago. I used to look up all my dreams in there. But shamanic, ask in a shamanic journey or in Akashic Enlightenment. Okay, so Jessica, you're new. So the Akashic Enlightenment prayer opens the Akashic records and the Book of Truth. And connects you to your higher soul self, and so you can then write down what you receive through that. Or doing a shamanic journey, which is shamanic divination, connects you to your spirit teachers and your spirit guides, and you're basically going into that spirit world, and then they will assist you in understanding what these messages are that you receive. All right. Okay, last few questions here. Trying to guard my energy. Guarding energy. There's a lot of different schools of thought in terms of protection, but the greatest form of protection is aligning with yourself and your soul truth. That sets up a really strong boundary around you, not to really take in something that is out of that alignment. So the more that we align with who we are, the less porous we are to receiving other things. Okay, so again, if you're doing anything that is low frequency, that lowers your boundaries. So if you're taking like some medications, alcohol, drugs, that naturally lowers your alignment with your true self. It makes your boundaries weaker energetically. It lowers your frequency. Okay, so you just want to do practices that keep you aligned with who you truly are. Then you're not susceptible to other energies and frequencies coming in. Crystals are great. They're fun. I'm using a Volo wand right now that I got in Shasta. But I like to use them just to increase frequencies. They're really just a permission slip. Okay, but again, the best way to align from, or to protect yourself from anything, even in Chinese medicine, the way that we prevent ourselves from illness is by building up our immunity, building up our Wei Qi, the Qi that's external, right? And so there's a strong focus on like doing Qigong, taking your herbs, eating a healthy diet, getting plenty of sleep. All of this makes your Qi strong. And if your Qi is strong, then your spirit is encapsulated and held well within the body, and there is also a stronger boundary. So it is a full system of like integrating the body, right? And being firm within that, and then energetically being aligned within yourself. And that will also help with this boundary or protection from taking on other people's energy, right? You want to fill in all the holes. If you want, there's the golden egg meditation, which is taught at a lot of psychic schools. It's where I learned it. And that's in the Akashic Enlightenment book. And that's really just, filling up with your golden frequency, your energy, and then placing this golden egg around yourself in your auric space, right? And so again, there is a focus on filling up with who you truly are, right? Because that is the best protection there is, aligning with who you really are, because then you're not falling into anybody else's stuff, be it human and be it an entity on another energetic frequency, whatever it is. You're aligned with who you really are, thus you're not taking in anything else. Okay, last two questions here. What's good to add when documenting experience? I don't understand that question. J. Crew. What's good to add when documenting your experience? Yeah, I don't understand what that question is. Should I ask for a specific question? I don't know who she is, Amy. Oh, J. Crew journaling. I'm not sure what you're trying to add to your documenting experience. If you're documenting, just say the time, the date that you're receiving the information, and either write it down, do an auditory journal, however you wish to record it, and then always look back on what your experience is after it's happened, maybe the next day, the following week. Maybe you'll get a nudge to look at, oh, what was that message or that dream or that incident or that channeling that I got from Akashic Enlightenment? What was that happened last week? And then look at it. But you want the day, the time, and then what it is. Is this a light language transmission? Is this a shamanic journey? Is this Akashic Enlightenment? Document that. I love to use the Memento app on my phone. That's how I document everything. It's searchable. I like searchable. Some people are against typing. To me, it doesn't matter whether I'm typing or writing. It all comes in just fine. Just whatever works and whatever gets you to do it is most important. Oh, yeah, so you're going to write down, again, this is all in the Akashic Enlightenment book of what you're going to document. You're going to document anything. Whatever words are coming in, whatever feelings, whatever energies, depending on how your senses are set up. Okay? It's different for everybody. Okay, yeah. Okay. Last question here. Speaking of dreams, I've always been a very vivid dreamer up until my father. For 2 years. So, well, in terms of dreaming, there's lots of different aspects here. In terms of Amanda's saying, she was a vivid dreamer and then she stopped dreaming after a certain incident, a death, which, it can be fairly traumatic. So I'll talk broadly about this in the sense that, trauma can sometimes, if we're sensitive to the spirit world, trauma can either increase that and heighten that, or we shut it down. Okay. And there's also, there's an emotional response, right? Of, well, I just don't want to do that. I don't want to connect. I need to process this on this level. That's one aspect of it. In Chinese medicine, if there is a significant amount of trauma, again, it is affecting the qi and blood, and it's affecting the different organ systems, right? And so that can change how we are sleeping and how we are connecting to the spirit world. Right? And so when we go through big events in our lives, that's changing us on a whole body, mind, spirit spectrum, right? And so our diet may change, our sleep may change. Maybe you need an acupuncture treatment or some herbs to help rebalance the body that way. And then you can also connect to the spirit realm, right? To rebalance kind of maybe the root cause of that. Could be a shock that happens if it's surprising, or there could be a lot of grieving. There's going to be a lot of things that happen if somebody passes away. But the dream cycles can change over time depending on where you are at in your body, mind, spirit balance, as well as in your soul path, right? Of how much is occurring that way. So there are different aspects to look at there, Amanda. I'd have to look at that specifically like in a personal reading, just because there's too many different aspects. And that's kind of what I'm getting also, that it's not a black and white answer for that one. All right. So thank you all so much for joining. Wow, a full hour. We really went into this. Great. So it's been great connecting with all of you. I hope I answered all of your questions to some level of satisfaction. And I hope that those that feel excited about doing some classes together or some trainings, or if you need a session, a personal session for healing, that you will reach out. I look forward to connecting with you. I hope you enjoyed the light language that was at the beginning. If you missed that, You can rewind back to the beginning of this. There was a light language transmission that came through for all of you. And again, I'm going to try to do this weekly, either on Mondays or Tuesdays around 4 or 4:30, depending on my schedule. So thank you all so much for showing up. Again, remember to share this with those that you know that they would benefit from this. So subscribe to the channel. I think it'll up, if you hit the little bell, it'll notify you when I go online live, so you can be present for it again. All right, so much love and much light. Thank you so much for joining, and I look forward to connecting with you either next week here. Oh, you know, next week I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to Hawaii. So I'll see if I feel called to do a transmission from there, or I may just go incognito and connect with you the following week. So much love, many blessings. Stay on your path. Keep doing your work in Akashic Enlightenment, aligning with yourself, and just the more that you align with yourself, the more that everything around you will change. I promise you that. That is a guarantee. Okay, so much love, and see you all next time, and bye for now.